You hear what we saying out here?
Real life.
Oh boy, that's why you say you hate those, huh?
Cause what the fuck? Get the fuck up out my shirt. I got bash, bitch. I got crew neck, bitch. I got V-neck, bitch. Get out my shirt,
this nigga all up in my shirt. Why he all up in my shirt? All up in my shirt. Why he all up in my shirt? All up in my shirt. All up in my shirt. All up in my shirt. Why he all up in my shirt? Bag, ho. Bag, ho. Bag, ho. Bag, ho. This nigga all up in my shirt. Why he all up in my shirt? All up in my shirt. Why he all up in my shirt? See, I'm a badass bitch, and y'all hate to fucking say it, but you bitches keep it cute, cause I'm hood and I'm gon' spray it. I will add this bitch out. It's shocking, bitches can't taste it. I'm popping like I'm some bacon. I'm dreaded like I'm Jamaican. Where my bad bitches at? I'm looking for them in the front row. Pretty girls getting money straight up out the ghetto. Always been a classy bitch and know I'm quick to take it up. I start tying up my hair. No,
all right, guys. Welcome to Watch With Us Live, hosted by your boy Reggie Daniels. And today, I got the book owner, the cook, and the Hollywood exits, everything in Taliban.
That's my ass, not my hand, bitch.
All up in my shirt. Yeah, we just saw on that latest episode, man. It wasn't really, that's Coldplay to look now. I'm pretty sure that'll be something else y'all play in my editing and the production and all that great stuff. But Tony, how you feeling, man?
I'm good. I can't complain. I woke up.
Yeah, we've been long awaited ever since episode 1. You came on the scene being a firecracker, the Shades man, and you are the biggest holder of the shade counter right now.
Really?
Yes, you have.
How? I don't understand.
Oh well, maybe it comes from calling people maybe make. Oh, sorry. Well, you said we made you call him a monkey.
Well, no, correction. I did not say you made me call him a monkey. What I said was editing. And when I said editing, I didn't hold pop-up production for anything that made me look shady or anyone else. I just said within 3 hours of filming, you get 30 to 40 seconds of viewing. And sometimes things get cut and get edited out. So I didn't say you directly tried to say that I shaded or was trying to say somebody in the wrong way.
Okay, so just to go ahead and clear the air, because you talked prior and you say you wanted to defend your comment. So tell me if you remember what exactly was the full comment.
Okay, so what was supposed to have been shown, and I will apologize first off, if anyone was offended by the comment of me stating the monkey, it was not meant in a derogatory way. What I was saying was he was acting like the monkey by clapping his hand. You guys know that monkey where you wind it up and they had the cymbals in their hand and they were doing this? I was stating that every time Rodney said something, it was like somebody winded him up. Now, did it translate that way? Apparently not. Chauncey and I have had a conversation since then, and that conversation had ended up being a very good one. And he accepted my apology. So therefore, America, if anyone's offended by the monkey comment, there you have it. I apologize for it.
So just curiosity, what was the monkey bitch part?
The monkey bitch part was me saying he was acting like a monkey bitch. Never once said he looked like a monkey. Chauncey's very attractive to me. He's not my speed, but he's very attractive.
It's the 5 o'clock shadow thing.
No, I won't use that word 5 o'clock shadow because that led into something else that was all seen as well. Yeah. So no, it wasn't the 5 o'clock shadow. It was just the fact that, and I want to address something else about that as well. So me stating that he had his hands in my face. I come from a world of reality TV where, if you guys remember Monifa, and they were sitting at a similar table, and people were talking shit. When you're at a table and you keep doing this, I come from a world of a hand going like this can easily become a hand doing like this or doing like this. So that's what I meant by that hand in my face. Now, I wasn't threatened, I just didn't feel comfortable with that hand moving. Hand gestures trigger a lot of people, be it one of my friends, Tammy Roman. She always tell you, I don't do the hands. I don't do the hands. So I don't know where your hands could end up at. So that's what I meant by the hand in my face or finger.
Yeah, we did a show.
Yes, you did show. You did see his hand. You saw him doing this. And production also stated that Chauncey is a person that talks with his hands.
Yeah, I think it's more like a New Yorker thing. They all talk with their hands.
Well, I don't know. I never lived there.
Never lived there.
No.
All right. Well, Tony, we're going to do a little game thing real quick. I'm going to ask you some questions. So you are a cook, and he's a fabulous cook, y'all. Like,
thank you.
I come over his house every time and eat, every time I show up. So as y'all see. But no, so if you had to give I want you to give me your idea of a like a very elegant dish that would be easy to make, a very ghetto dish to make, and then somewhere in the middle. If you give me 3 options right now, off the top of your head.
A very elegant dish to make that can be really quick is salmon sauteed with shrimp and crab meat with a little glaze over the top with a side of potatoes and a very nice string bean that is not cooked too soft. You should be able to taste the flavor of the food. That's where the minerals and the vitamins are. Ghetto dish would probably be, and I hate to use the terminology, well, chicken. Because that's what they always categorize us. I'm sorry. They always categorize us with chicken as a black dish. But white people tend to, Caucasians, let me correct that because I don't want to be on everything tomorrow.
I'm going to get my show's going to get canceled. I just only the 4th week.
You should have got canceled the 2nd, actually. But I heard the thing. But so chicken is a dish that you can cook. And a lot of people don't. The reason why I say ghetto is because people, when they clean the chicken, they don't understand the purity of cleaning chicken.
Yeah.
I believe that whenever you cleaning something that's going to go in your mouth, you need to make sure you pull the skin back, get all the slimy stuff out the middle of it, then clean it some more and season it. A lot of people take the chicken straight out the bag, run some water over it, and throw it in the thing. I don't. That's not.
I believe that.
Yeah. So those are the 2 dishes, and anything in between, lasagna, tacos, anything like that. That's a middle dish that you can cook. I can show you how to cook a full course meal within 45 minutes.
Wow. So with those examples you just gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to assign each a cast member to each group.
I knew it was coming.
I know you did. It would be fun if we didn't. So I want you to set. So who we're gonna start with it? You gonna start bottom to top or top to bottom? How you want to do?
We can start from top to bottom.
All right, talk about who's the salmon with the lobster, the crab meat, the glaze, all that. Who's that?
I have to say one person, or I have to say more?
I mean, you can.
Well, I would believe that the whole cast would enjoy a salmon dish, even though some people have some moments that they may not shine to be as elegant as others. I believe the whole cast has a way of showcasing their own selves. As far as a middle dish, I would say it would probably be, I would say the middle dish would probably be,
That hard, huh?
It is, because none of the cast is middle or beneath middle. I can't. When I throw shade, I throw shade when it's deserved. I throw shade that if you throw shade at me, I'm going to shade you back. I don't walk around just throwing daggers. I believe that my responsibility is to uplift everybody and make everybody shine in their way. So I would say if you had to have a low class dish, I would say it'll be me. Only because people tend to judge me on a low class level until they get to know me. So until you look at the dish, point in case, the Cosbys, when they had that episode where Vanessa brought the guy home and he didn't tell the family about him. Heathcliff, or Bill Cosby, said, "You gave me a steak sauteed with onions, mushrooms, and gravy, but you served it on a garbage lid." If you look at me and you think I'm something that I'm not, until you get to know me, you never taste me.
Correct.
So I would say me, because I would be that dish, or have been that dish that people never got an opportunity to actually look at, listen, and learn. I was judged when I walked through the door. That's how I feel. But then when a lot of people got to understand the flavor that I gave, they liked me. And those that didn't, they went to Krispy Kremes or they went to Chick-fil-A.
Don't do Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A
You like Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A is very solid.
Chick-fil-A is good, but I can't deal with Chick-fil-A because they're a franchise that does not support gay world and LGBTQ.
So they probably did better PR tech. So speaking of that, so Tony, I never got your opinion on how you felt from the flow of episode 1 to episode 4. How you feel the show is going? What's the narrative and what you think the show is giving?
You want my honest opinion?
Sure, honest opinion. We love honesty on here.
I believe that sometimes it jumps around. I believe like, and ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for keep playing with this in my ear, but I got a big head. I need to sit in here a little bit more snug. I apologize. But I think that a lot of times it's a big cast. It's a big cast. And to me, there's two dynamics of shows that could have actually been broken into two and made two very good shows. You had the elite. When I mean by elite, that's my way of saying the older people, as you guys categorize us. So I'm going to name us the elite. You have several of us that are on a little bit different platform than the other half that is younger, and they tend to have more of their careers, and our careers are same. We're all trying to embody ourselves and the things we do, but they're more entertainers. They're rappers, they're singers, they're dancers, they're entertainers. They do magazines, they do blogs, and that's what they do. So that to me was one show. And then you have the elite group that are more seasoned. We are more into, and when I say seasoned, I don't mean that they're not seasoned in their craft. We're seasoned in life. So when people call me old, I'm old today. I'm going to be older when we get done doing this. Tomorrow, I'm going to be even older. But the fact of the matter is, I've gotten to get older. So you can call me old. I don't care. I've been bred my whole life. But I just think that the dynamics of the show is kind of like, until you get to know everything, it's kind of like a little, not confusing, but it'll all play itself out. But just for the audience, they don't know exactly what's going on because they don't know the younger from the older. They're singers from the entertainers. This, and third. They don't know what's really going on yet. But I will say this much, though. For the viewer count that you all are getting, apparently something's going on that the world wants to see, and they're liking. So,
you gotta remain humble at all times and like them.
Well,
with that, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, guys. When we get back, we'll actually get more in depth with episode 4, asking my lovely guests here more questions about it, and maybe get some viewers. Stay tuned, guys.
Please do.
Ready for the show.
Stress up. We always number one when she get thumped.
Just the title alone, we kind of already know what this episode about to be. We'll see what happens in this episode, and a lot of folks are still kind of mad with Rodney. And by the title of this episode, is this Rodney's last episode? When Tyra said, "We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you." Legendary. If you're wondering who I am, I'm Auntie Carell from Minority Report Podcast. New episodes every single Monday wherever you subscribe and stream and download podcasts, and also right here on YouTube. We appreciate it. And also follow us on the socials. You know, the Instagrams, the TikToks, etc., etc. You know the socials. Because we are building a community of people that, look and sound like us. So, let's hop on in. Episode 3, Set It Off Atlanta, right now.
for the show.
Stress up. We always number one when she get thumped.
All right, guys, and we're back, man. Hope that most everybody is still here. I do want to take time to. I do want to take the time to appreciate everybody who did come watch the episode from last night. We did have some technical difficulties, so we do really appreciate everybody being loyal and subscribes and stuff. Still have almost 3K views in 24 hours. So.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we
that's good. I tell you, doing your thing.
So no, there's nothing changed, nothing did. But so we're going to go and really get straight into it. You ready, Tony?
I'm ready.
All right, Tony. So as you saw, the title was "If you want to hit me, then hit me."
I thought that was so cute. He just said, "You want to hit me? Hit me."
So we're gonna just go ahead and go through every scene real quick. So how you felt about the first scene?
Yesterday's first scene, I thought it was. I thought it was very entertaining. I love Tell It, and Tell It is from Chicago. Tell It is gonna tell it like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that Tell It remained poised and calm, and made his disclaimers very well known. That if this was a different situation, this would have ended up different, very differently. Rodney did what he needed to do, but I still don't understand the back and forth.
You didn't understand the dynamic.
Rodney, no, not the show. I'm talking about Rodney. Rodney goes back and forth. If you listen to what he says, he contradicts himself kind of a lot. You know, even to the point where he said, "If you hit me, I'm going to call the police." But then he said, "I'm going to defend myself." So, which was it? Are you going to defend yourself? Are you going to be the Karen that waits for them to hit you and then plead that it was self-defense by hitting back? I get confused. I want to touch bases on something if I could.
Go ahead.
From that first episode, and actually it was the second episode. I want to let people understand that the mentality state that I was in my confessional was due to the fact of a lot of backlash or comments or tweets or memes or jokes, radio interviews, conversations that was held about me during times that I wasn't there. The pajama party. I was in Chicago for my boyfriend's birthday, and I got a phone call that my name was the conversation of that night. So at that point, you know, after all these weeks and weeks of being around people, and I'm around these people, and I'm still holding my calm, I'm trying to figure out, so what's the problem? Why am I being brought up? So at that moment, everything just started building up and building up and building up. Did I get out of character? I'll say half of me did, because I don't apologize for anything that I said.
Stand by it.
I stand by with everything that I said,
yeah,
and everything that is bound to come out later. But what I did want to address was Rodney and I knowing each other.
Okay.
I never, ever, 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 ever met, seen, or been around Rodney, except for the first day that I had a meeting with Harper Productions. He said he had receipts. And so do I.
Oh, Jesus. You love a good receipt.
So with my receipt, I'm going to start by stating to everyone, I've never once said Pop-Up Productions came looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I never asked Rodney, who I never met, for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation goes, and if I can read kind of quickly,
please.
I was speaking with the young lady that set us up for this meeting. I said, "Hey, love, how are you? Hey, Tony, I'm doing well. How are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking. I was looking or hoping to make a personal introduction to the guy with the show by taking you and him, singular, him, with the show, take him out for cocktails, appetizers, or dinner. Eric and your mother thought it would be a great idea," Eric being my manager, thought it would be a great idea if I introduced myself to them, to you and him, and I agreed. She said, that sounds great. I said, check with him, singular, and see when he is free. I have every day open until Friday. That's when I go to Mississippi for my dad and Devontae's mother's birthday, including today. She said, that sounds great. I said, okay. We left that there. I said, cool beans. She said, what time are you thinking about business hours? They both said they would love to meet up. I didn't take any mindset to they. Anytime after 6:30, I replied, good morning. I replied to her. We had a little bit of conversation in regards to middle stuff, what time, this, that. I said, that's cool. I said, let me check with my boyfriend, which I always do to make sure that everything is good. After that, we discussed having the dinner at Henry's.
Correct.
That's where we met up at Henry's. Now, I can continue to read all of these. I can let you see them, but I'm not.
Yeah,
but the fact of the matter is...
I'm trying to say, so the point you're making
The point that I'm making is, in production, if production is at least allowed to speak out. When we had a conversation at the table and Rodney asked me, why us? And I said, why us? He said, yes. I said, I don't even know who you are. I said, I'm talking to this man. I said, matter of fact, I didn't even know you were coming.
Mm.
And if production can speak out, did that not happen, production?
That's correct.
So what I did was, he still tried to get cute, and he said, I don't feel that you're going to make the cast because you don't have the credentials I do. So when the waiter came by with the checks for 5 people, 1, 2, 3, Devontae and I, 5. I grabbed every check and I gave the man my credit card and said, put it on here. I said, you may not see it for me for your future, but I don't see you making any money for today. And I gave him my card and I paid for the dinner. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Rodney and I never met. Have we ever hung out in the same atmosphere? And if we have, I don't know what it was for. I don't have anything against Rodney, but the fact of the matter is, I didn't come to the restaurant for a third waiter.
Jesus. All right. So, well, since we're on the topic of Rodney, you know, when it comes to the topics of it, that was pretty much the last interaction you had with said person.
Yeah.
So was it, let's go deep dive into that a little bit. So the whole topics of it, first off, you finally decided to let people into your house. And the first thing that happened when people come to your house is a big ass fight.
Well, like I said, I'm from Chicago. I can tell when a person is about to swing or if they're not. I was comfortable and Drill was comfortable because we can tell that they were conversating and they both seemed to be very mature adults and they wasn't going to put their hands on each other. So I wasn't worried about them fighting. I did have other people at the event that wasn't with the show that was a little bit thrown off and a little bit nervous and scared, but everything worked out itself. And Rodney did come and I was shocked that Rodney came. But that was my last encounter with Rodney.
Before you continue, open relationship podcast. We did just see your comment. You want to shut off receipts? I'll be love to see you.
Who's that?
Rodney. I know that's Rodney.
So Rodney, do you have a receipt from me?
I would love to see I would love to see receipts.
Rodney, do you have a receipt from
Join the live,
me?
sir, please.
Join the live or come to my address.
It's not Wednesday. Your podcast is not happening right now, so I know you're not doing anything important.
Come to my address. I'll pay them for the overtime until you get here. Come to my address and show the receipt because you don't have a text message from me or a conversation from me. And if you do, I need you to stop editing stuff.
Jesus. All right. But until we wait for him to come, continue. So you say you did not expect Rodney to come?
I didn't expect Rodney to come, but when he came, now mind you, I still didn't, at the Tapas event, I still did not know what was all said about me at the pajama party from Rodney. I didn't learn that until I had the conversation with Terrence and Enrique. So I didn't know what the beef was. So when he came to my house, the only issue I had with him was the issue of him stating that at the dinner and him going in on Black and all that. That's the only confrontation we had at that time that I was aware of.
Correct. And by the way, you are a very sad girl.
You know what I'm sad? I'm sad at the fact that a person had to say, I'm sad, to make themselves look anything other than desperate. Now, what I will tell you is I may be sad at the fact that I spent too many moments in your presence. Those are the only sad moments I have in my life. I'm happy and I'm content. I've been on television.
Yes, Rodney, this is the link, so please come in.
And let's get one thing straight. As far as a personal beef with Rodney, I don't know him to have one.
Valid. Very valid.
Only thing that I don't like is the fact that everyone brought receipts back stating that you knew me for a long time. And Terrence even said it on the show. He said, you went in at this man stating that you know him. And you don't. Just say that one part. Just say, I don't like that man because he got a big ass head, he got long arms, he got big lips, he may be this and he may be that. But don't say you don't like me because you don't know, because you know me, because that's a lie.
Okay, we can't see the comments like that, but you had to be called, you know who Judas is, right?
Yeah.
The trader. Yeah, I guess you're a trader, but
how am I a trader? You can't trade. You can only trade two things. You can trade Bitcoins, which you shouldn't be doing now because that shit is going to the garbage. Or you can trade. You can
so
trade.
We just got told that Ronnie's about to come in.
And Ronnie should. You can come in. You can come in. Who buzzed him in? Oh, he's coming on live.
Yes.
Oh, I want him to come to my house.
Hey, Ronnie, what's up,
I'm in my car headed to the radio station, so can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, so I don't want to make sure this all get deaded and done. That could be Tony Truth, right? Because me and Tony never talked. That is correct. But me and Tony know a mutual party, and Tony know that it's correct, right?
That is correct. I stated that.
Okay, so the mutual party said Tony watched the show. Tony is, I ain't gonna do all that because, I don't want to, that's whatever PR. But basically, you watched the show and you want to get an introduction to production, right?
Right.
And she said, I want you to come and meet with Tony in production. I'm like, why do I need to be there? She was like, well, you're a mutual party that know both. I think it'd be easier transition because they liked you on the show. That's the truth. That is the truth. So
that is her. That's Rodney.
But Tony, that's the truth. You came through. You
came
through the person I knew.
But Rodney, I never once said I never reached out to Pop-Up Productions. I never once said that I did not want to have a meeting with Pop-Up Productions. I'm confused at the fact.
I did not deny that, Tony. What I said was that the said person that we both know wanted me to be there.
But you said, but no, what you said was, Rodney, you said you would not be on the show if it was not for me, and that you had receipts that you and I were friends. You even said that you and I hung out in the same circles and we knew the same people. We've never hung out in the same circle.
Tony,
and if we were in the same circle.
I do know people that you know. And I'll probably elaborate a little bit.
You may very well know them.
So let me speak my truth. I'm gonna speak. Can I speak my truth? So
yes, you can. Go ahead.
I probably did elaborate, right? So I was trying to be nice. Because I was like, because me and you, we were cool, in my opinion. Even at that dinner, we both took shots at each other and read each other, right? I thought it was cute, fun, shade. You said some stuff too. Let's not forget that, okay?
I did not. I never neglected that.
So when you came on the show, I'm under the impression that, okay, I can see me and Tony being cool, because we both said, you was like, I like you. You little shady little thing, but I like you. I said, I like you too, Tony.
I did.
Okay, so in that first episode, you can say I said nothing bad about you, okay? Nothing bad came out of my mouth about you. However, you was going between me and Black, sending different signals. They had been confirmed by a lot of people. So they
wait. Hold on.
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you know.
Just speed up a little bit, right, so we can get to the point.
Okay, so when I am told that Tony is going talking about you to other people, yes, at that party I was pissed. I'm like, damn it, I thought me and Tony was cool. I called Tony, and me and Tony had numerous conversations. And let's just keep it real. So I'm like, why is Tony talking about me? And then, like, we be in each other's face. So we had an issue, right? We
Okay, so
had an issue.
Pause real quick. I just want to ask one quick question, Ronnie, just real quick. So never once while you was a part of the show, there have been some comments and allegations that you did have some comments to say about Tony, so you never said those comments. Hello? Ronnie. I think we lost Ronnie.
Caller, are you there?
Wait, I think he's coming back.
Ronnie, you there?
Can y'all hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
You heard my question? You heard my question? We can hear you, Ronnie. Did you hear my question?
No, what was the question? I'm sorry, my phone went out.
So the question is, why you was a part of
the question?
Yeah, the question is, well, you was a part of our project, right? So during your time, you never said anything ill will, like you portrayed that you liked Tony at first, but you never went behind closed doors or with other cast members that you say you didn't like him or had problems with him, correct?
So, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I heard the question. So I did not start speaking on Tony until people told me to.
Until people told you to?
So that's why at the Tony, you were talking about me. I'm not lying about that.
You're lying. Well, I won't say you're lying about that. I can't say you're lying about something that you were told. What I can say was, Black and I wasn't having conversations about you, nor was I having conversations about you with anyone else. But what I will say is,
well, that was not told to me. So that's why.
But as an adult and as a grown man, you should have came to me with the respect, since we were quote unquote friends, and asked me. If we were quote unquote conversating, you should have asked me. But let me ask you this question, because I've gotten to know Terrence. When Terrence came to my house for that Tapas event, and Enrique and other people verify things, that at that pajama party, you went ham on me. And I think, and I want to say that gave people perceptions of me that was a false narrative. So therefore, those people decided that they didn't like me because of things that they heard, that I was fake and I was phony. So I want to ask you a question. Did you ever state, because you did state it on live, did you ever state that I rode Drea Kelly's coattail, and that's why I am where I am, and I was a has-been?
I told you that at my birthday dinner when you was trying to get cute. I said, well, who are you besides being on Drea Kelly coattail? I told you that at my birthday dinner. They didn't show that part.
So let me ask you a question. They didn't show that part. Okay. So let me ask you a question. How well or how diverse are you with knowing who I am? Because if you knew who I was, you would understand
Tony,
that.
Honestly, you don't know me like I don't know you. So that's a mute point. My point is, Tony, like, I thought we were okay. Okay? So at the pajama party, no, I'm not gonna be nice to somebody when I heard somebody was talking about me.
That sounds very adolescent. Because if you're going to go in on me,
to me, because we gonna keep it real. We met at Junior Crickets, and we both had a conversation, and we said, you know what? I said things about you. You said things about me. Let's move on. We both did that. Then you get on the confession. I didn't know Rodney was coming. That was before your house thing. You invited me to come, and then when I get there, we're good. I'm laughing with you. Whatever. Cool. Whatever. All that stuff.
You're putting scenes. First off, I won't speak on the JR Cricket because that hasn't been shown yet. But second off, that was before the Tapas event. I did state that there were several events that went on before my confessional. Now, if you want to speak of the,
y'all can no.
You just
Well,
said
no,
I know you were coming where? Coming where?
Hold on. Confessional. You said I don't know why Rodney's coming. I thought he didn't like me.
So Rodney,
on camera.
Ronnie, I'm gonna come help you a little bit. Ronnie's technically right. If the JR Cricket scene was technically before,
Yes,
the top of the scene.
yes.
So he's
and I did state that there were several scenes that were filmed before
correct.
My confessional.
Correct.
I did state that, and in that, and if you, I'm gonna take you back. You remember when I stated in first episode, I said if Rodney would talk bad about me, about other people, he'd talk bad about me. Remember I stated that?
Correct.
Tony, you wasn't digging for information.
I'm not speaking.
Asking.
I was asking. Love. Are you still driving?
Tony,
I need you to focus. You said let me speak, and then you're going to speak because right now you're on my time.
You know what? That's true. I'm gonna let you speak. That's true. Be adult.
So at that dinner, I was asking questions, and the reason why I asked that question, which editing did not show, the reason why I was asking all those questions because of the comment that you made when you mentioned how big when Black said that this bottle of gel or cream or his product body that he can use it over his whole body. And your comment at that event was, and how many ounces is it? That's what the whole topic was. And that's why Quan got upset because Quan was like, bitch, that's shade. So that's where the comment came in from because I was asking you questions about that. Now to add on to that, when I said that if you talk bad about other people, you'll talk bad about me because you made it definitely mention that a cast member on camera, you said that cast member was a peasant. And I said, no. Matter of fact, I'll tell you the person. You said a comment about Terrence. And I stated then and there, I said, Terrence and I don't get along right now. But what I'm not going to do as a Black gay man is allow you to sit at this table and call someone a peasant. And you said he is a peasant because he's beneath me.
I did. So me and Chad's not cool at that time. I'm not going to negate that. I'm not.
But the thing is, you didn't. But my thing is, you did a whole season. You did a whole season that lasted almost 2 years during the pandemic with Terrence. And if you call Terrence a peasant and you only know me for 2 days, what the fuck you gonna call me?
Tony, so why were you around me then if you didn't like me, girl? Why do you invite JR Crickets?
I invited you to JR Cricket. Calm down, boo. Calm down. I don't want you to have a heart attack and hit something. Calm down.
Y'all are fake on this fucking show. Y'all act like y'all cool with somebody, then y'all get up these cameras and be completely different.
Well, first off, my love, this is not my first time in front of a camera. Google me. This is not my first time. But I'm gonna tell you why I didn't. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like you. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like you.
You're a liar, and you try to play the side of the fence. Now
you still trying to, you remind me of Sydney Star. Yes, because she wasn't on the second half of Bad Girls Club, and every time you turn around, that girl was jumping out of a tree. She was doing whatever she had to do to be relevant.
And you're miserable. If you're gonna say
I'm miserable, and wait. I'm miserable. Hold on.
I'm not gonna do this, but what I'm not gonna do is
hold on. So I'm miserable, but the only accolade you got is filmed in the motherfucking city of ATL. Bitch, Google me. Google me. My mother likes me. Yours doesn't. That makes you miserable. Oh shit. That makes you miserable. Whenever you can walk down the street, whenever you can walk down the dark street, whenever you can walk down the dark street and it's a motherfucking eclipse, and you light up the whole motherfucking world. I'm telling you, I didn't talk about his mama. I didn't talk about his mama. I didn't talk about his mama. I didn't say nothing about his mama. I said his mama's love for him.
I don't need nobody else to make me look good. I'm not on nobody's show being a friend.
Then why do you always bring up your accolades? Like, at least
don't play with me.
What you talking about? Don't play with you, Rodney. I came on this show. You called us, honey. I didn't call you when you did your live.
You are fake and you are phony, and I'm about to go. You have a great show, and I wish you the best.
I wish you the best too, my love. I wish you the best too, my love. I wish you the best too. And thanks for the compliment, because if misery looks this good, well, goddamn, let misery come on in my door.
Come on, girl. You
All right.
talking about me?
I thought you was gone, girl.
You're miserable.
Girl, I thought you was gone, Miss Silly.
All right, so Rodney, we appreciate you for coming on, my boy. I'm sorry to get you all riled up like that. I know you're.
Let me explain something.
Hold on. Rodney, like I said, we did not mean to bring you on here to get you riled up. We just wanted to see the receipts, which we did not get to, unfortunately.
Because there weren't any. He read the receipts that somebody else texted him that were not my words.
So he fabricated.
They're not fabricated. They're the words of the person that texted him. If I text somebody right now a message and say, Reggie said, did Reggie say it?
No.
My thing is, I don't have anything against Rodney. But the fact of the matter is, stop fucking acting like we friends. Stop fucking acting like, if I'm miserable, bitch, let me be miserable. I got a boyfriend that's half my age. I got a motherfucking car. I got a nice ass place. I got money in my bank account, and I got people that love me. I don't need an extra Muppet to like me. I never got into Sesame Street.
Okay, real quick. Daniel Wells, your comment it's not on the screen anymore, but I saw it. You said is the issue that with production that we don't show everything in the show. I'm gonna be honest with you, sir. No. Like I said, editing is a process that we have to show everything. Ronnie, can you put your song on mute, good sir? When it comes to editing, you can't put every damn thing in the show. Because you put every damn thing in the show will be like fucking 4 hours long, like 5 hours long. So I think each cast member gonna have to feel a way that certain things they feel like shows them favorability needs to be in the show. But my job is to be unbiased and put everybody that allotted time in the show. So, but like I've said in the comments many times, whoever want to come to pop up production team, please come join us, because y'all don't like. If y'all want editing, y'all can please come join the show.
I want to get one thing clear. I didn't talk about Rodney's mother. I talked about her love for him. And the reason why I talked about the love for him is because he acts like he needs the love from someone else. It gives very much the fact that no one loves me, so you got to keep doing these things. So I'm going to tell you something about that happened at the Toppers event that you guys didn't know. After Terrence and Rodney got into it.
Oh, hold on. What are you about to say?
After they got into it, and Rodney was leaving, and he stated he wasn't doing the show no more.
Okay.
He asked my partner, because my partner was walking people out. He asked my partner to walk him out, and they walked out.
Yeah.
He was very respectful to my partner. When my partner came back upstairs, he said, babe, you know how you are. You like to get to know the truth before you do anything. I said, yes. After he left, I had a sit-down conversation with Terrence and Enrique. And that's when they filled me in on some things. Now, mind you, my partner was downstairs. When my partner came back upstairs, he said, Rodney said he didn't know if he wanted to do this no more, and he really liked you. So now I'm torn. Do I believe what they're telling me? Do I believe what he's telling me? And my partner really liked Rodney. And he was like, babe, give him a chance. I was like, I want to give him a chance. But then after that, when I heard all the stuff about riding coattails and this and that, if you Google us and you listen to us, Drea would tell you, we worked hand by hand to get what we got.
Oh, that's a great offer. Rodney just offered to give you $20 back. You need it?
My $20 back. For what? You had 4 drinks, you had 2 sides, and you had an entree. And a dessert.
Yeah, more than $20, right?
So am I lying, production? There was no $20 there. And no, I don't need my money back because I wrote it off on the taxes.
Oh, shit. Please do your taxes, ladies and gentlemen. That is very important because you can get important write-offs.
Every receipt you get, write names on the back of them and you can file them on your taxes. Because one thing I may be old, but I definitely ain't dumb.
All right. So I think that was a lot. Like I said, thank you, Rodney. I don't think Ronnie's still on. Is Ronnie still on? Okay, no. So I really appreciate. Oh, if anybody else want to come hop in the conversation, please do not hesitate to come up here, guys. We'll love to hear what you say. Yeah, that was.
I think that I try to be nice to people, and I tell everybody, I don't fight no more. I'm too old to be fighting. That doesn't mean I forgot how to fight. My mouth is my weapon. So if you read me, my motto has always been, if you read, then be able to get read. And I was trying to have a cordial conversation with Rodney. But when Rodney started telling me I'm miserable, thank you. When Rodney started saying I'm old, thank you. If I'm late, thank you again. But the fact of the matter is, I'm here. As Miss Seeley said, I may be old, I may be ugly, but I'm here.
Right, I'm not ready. Before we go to commercial break, Tony, I have a confession, bro.
What's that?
You be name dropping these like famous people. I don't even know half the people you're talking about.
And I found that a problem that you're producing a reality show and you don't.
Well, fun fact is, I never really saw myself a producer. I am what originally was a cameraman.
So you guys make it seem like I wake up in the morning and I walk to the grocery store and say, "Oh Lord, I need to get some dozen of eggs and a carton of milk." And did you know that Whoopi Goldberg was around the corner?
I mean, I'm not saying your name drop is a problem. I'm just talking about personally. Like these people. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was just so it make me go to look to see what these.
And that's good.
God,
but I will say this much though: anybody that I have taken with me to any event, they all can say at that event, I uplift them, I introduce them, I network them. I very seldom speak about me because if I'm invited to the event, they already know who I am.
Thanks.
So I network everybody that I take with me. And each person I have ever taken will tell you that that's what I do. Because in this world, if I don't share what was given to me, then what was it given to me for? God would bless me with whatever I got coming back for me. I don't want no money. I don't want nothing. I want to be able to uplift the Black, African American, LGBTQ community along with anyone else. That's it. So I don't set out to name drop just to do it. And if I do, I can't take that back. I know who I know. If I don't know Tasha, I'm sorry if I don't know Tasha.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to commercial break. Please, guys, make sure you go and like, comment, subscribe on every episode on Pop Up Productions YouTube page. Follow us, please. We go to support. If you do want to hop on the live with us, we'll come back. Please come hop on with us, talk to us, let us know what you're feeling, and we'll be right back.
You try to
Get ready for the show.
Stress up. We always number one when she gets up.
Have you been to Old School Flavor? That's right, we're located in downtown Stone Mountain. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesdays and Thursdays 12 to 6, Fridays and Saturdays 12 to 9, and Sundays 12 to 6. We are known as the home of the $13 oxtail plate, where you can come in on Sundays and get a meat and 2 sides for just $13. Any other day, you can try our infamous mojo, our hamburgers, our delicious wings, our Phillies, our gyros, and more. Come see us and savor the flavor at Old School Flavor, 470-767-8155.
Want beautiful skin the natural way? Then K3 is just for you. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Black. That's BLAQ. And I don't know how many times I have been asked or even told that you have very nice skin or what do you use in your skin. And I don't know how many times I have told people that I just drink water. Drinking water don't always work for everybody. So what I've done is produced 2 products, well, multiple products actually, for you guys, just for you to use for your skin, to get that glow, that nice even tone. And if you want beautiful skin the natural way, make sure you purchase K3 today.
You hear me on these beats, I'm making hits back to back. That boy Red help me out. Now I'm growing where I'm at. I left that drama with Corona till I'm black. Told you that.
Ready for the show.
Stress up. We always number one when she get thumped.
All right, and we're back, guys. We had to take a little long commercial break. We want to showcase everybody's businesses, everything. And speaking of showcasing businesses, why don't you put yourself on with your book and everything like that?
Well, I've written a book which is called Cooking with Humor. It's a book about everyone learning how to cook that is not technically trained. A lot of times you have cookbooks, and those cookbooks give you those recipes that are hard to understand, hard for you to figure out what's this and what's that. My book is talking to you as the parent, that mother that tells you, you should have did this, you should have did that, this, and the third. So that's what my book is about. It's something that I've been working on for a while, and it finally gave birth to it in March. Now, what I will tell everybody is a lot of times you have to make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's, and make sure that you do everything that you need to do to make sure that your book is successful. So I had to pull my book off the market for a little while because one of the people in the publishing department was tacking on money to the book that I ended up finding out later. So I had to get my lawyers involved, and we got this rectified, and it's about to get back on the shelves. Other than that, I have a t-shirt line, which is called Boo Boo Kitty. Everybody knows that that's my brand. I own the rights to that.
And that's why they killed that bitch off the show.
There you go. I am working on a couple of events right now that I can't speak about, but they are with Bravo Productions, so I'm working with those. My partner and I are going very well, very strong. We're looking to potentially one day adopt a dog and a baby, so we're working on that. We've been together for 9 years. I have another book that I'm about to produce. I want to learn how to act, though. I really enjoy Liam, Enrique, and Terrence's performances. So I really wanted to work with them and see if they will work with me first off, to see if there's something that they can teach me, because I do want to do more working. And I've been working in hosting and comedy. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, Ronnie did say during the episode that Terrence likes to perform an act. So you probably could definitely get Terrence right there.
I had to learn something about myself. I had to learn that if one person says something about me, it could be me. I mean, it could be them.
Yeah.
If a second person says something about me, that could be them too. If 3 or 4 people say the same thing about me, now it's time for me to take a look at myself and understand that it's not them, it's me. And that comes with maturity and growth. So with that being said, again, he can text and put everything that he do. I don't listen to them lives and all that stuff, but he can go in and he can go ham on me. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a problem with the man. I just wanted clarity to the fact that we don't know each other. So we've been cordial around each other when we saw each other in clubs recently. And I hope that we remain that way. But the topic of me saying that was because of what he said about Terrence. He said that about Black. He said that about several people. So
he knew people.
And new people. So if there's problems, everybody can't be wrong. So
yeah. Funny that you bring up the lives and stuff like that. So, as a cast member, how you feel that us as not even as just a production company, but the other cast members, how they've been acting on the lives? How you been feeling about that? How you been feeling that we've been kind of like?
I feel that a lot of times people anger, including myself, can get the best of me. A lot of times people can take you out of your character and you don't mean to go there. But at the same time, though, it's a fed up situation. There's a lot of things. If everybody saw what was going on behind the scene, this show would be on national television, because there were more dramas behind the scenes that got played out on lives than it was before the cameras.
So I just want to dive in with the live. So you portray that you had like a huge problem, or not, I don't say problem, but a little disconnect between two other cast members, Chauncey and JT, on TTB Live. So do you feel like at any point that it was, do you regret anything you said on there? Do you feel like you should have gone there?
There's some things that I won't say I regret. I would say that I chose the wrong words. My feelings was there. But when I say that, is I had a comment about Chauncey with the monkey thing, right? And I apologize then, I apologize again for that. But on the lives, JT chimed in. I didn't say anything about JT. And I understand that that's your Judy, that's your bestie, that's your boy, but I didn't have anything to say negative about her. But then when she chimed in and she continued to chime in, then that's when I had to respond. And I'm old school read. I'm pose read. When we read. I was taught by the best. A lot of them are gone and a lot of them are still here, but I was taught by them. So the things that I said, I don't have anything against transgender. I don't have anything about drag queens or non-binary, because I hang with them all. My sister Tyra Nicole, baddest bitch you will see. Most of the entertainers here in Atlanta and Chicago, they've either stayed in my house or they lived with me as roommates. Not that I did them a favor, we did each other a favor. So I don't never want it to come off that I'm homophobic or transgender phobic or any of that, because I'm not. But what I will do is, if you get on me, I will get you off. Now, Chauncey and JT, as mature adults, we had a conversation. And it was about 2.5, 3 hours. We all owned up to what we said and what we did and why we said it and why we did it. And we have an understanding. Now, I will put it out there that a lot of my confessionals to come, shame. If you feel you need to read me, read me. It's just that when hands get mentioned, that you're going to throw hands for words. Because my thing is, if you can't read, don't do it. Just tell the person right, all right, look, baby, I don't read, I throw hands. But if you throw a joke, I'm going to throw a joke back. But my joke, I don't have a filter. So I'm going to read. But we have an understanding, and we're cordial.
Yeah. All right, and so funny question. So as you can tell, I did with the editing for the episode 4, I made it more like a like it's a boxing, like you're supposed to be rounds. So I want to hear your honest opinion. So the first fight clearly between Taylor and Rodney. Who won? Taylor won. Why?
Because Taylor is, like I said, and it's not a Chicago thing. I have to ride with my city. Chicago know how to read. Tell it read. Tell it made valid points. Tell it hit things on the head. Tell it was articulate with what she had to say. But what I understood is with Rodney, when Rodney feels like he can no longer win that battle with a regular conversation, and it's not nothing against Rodney, he then wants to go for the jugular. But you have to understand that there are more surgeons in the room. So if you try to cut one piece of a body, the one that knows how to read better and studied you is going to decapitate you. So tell it one that I was gagging.
So do you feel like JT set Rodney up?
I feel like this, in the world today, you can never be set up. Only way you can be set up is if you walk into a building and you don't walk out. That's a setup. If you walk into a building or a room and you know you talk shit, every piece of the earth is open territory.
All right, and then we go to the second fight between Terrence and Ronnie, and it was refereed by Enrique. As you can clearly see when he standing there and said, shut the fuck up.
I was shocked because Enrique don't do all that. Enrique is so poised and I didn't even remember that.
Wow. Why does everybody say they don't remember it?
I didn't remember it because I know he got the room quiet. He definitely got control of the room, and I thank you, Enrique, for that. And I understand why you made that statement. I don't know. I would have to have bodyguards next time. I don't know for my house, but
so there's the next time. There's the next time.
You said it at the beginning of the thing. My house is open. If I can cook you a meal, I'm gonna cook you a meal. Point in case, when you came over, I cooked you fried chicken. And I think I made mashed potatoes.
Potatoes.
I made salmon for my boyfriend.
You did.
And rice.
Oh, jealous about that.
And I made chicken for Brandon. And Brandon said he doesn't eat meat on the bone. We had a little joke about that.
He don't like bones.
He don't like bones. Well, meat on the bone. So I said, if you're hungry, I would still cook you something else. She said, no, you didn't. I went in the steak and the freezer. I grabbed a pack of steak. I thawed it out. I fried it. I made homemade gravy. I smothered it and I gave it to him. And I made him a side of pizza sliders for him. Pepperoni pizza sliders.
Brandon, I ain't gonna lie to you. You sound like a real fat ass right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I love you though, my boy.
That he was supposed to take home and he ate them right before.
Boy.
But my thing is, I'm open. I'm loving. I'm a different type of a tourist. I open my home to anybody. If you need anything, I would do it for you. If you ask me to do something that I don't normally do as a charge, I would do it for you for free because it's a joy that I get. What I don't get and I don't like is being misjudged or have a stigma put on me because you heard. Don't hear. Ask me. There's not one event that has ever happened that anybody came back to me and asked me, did I say it? And I said yes. Now, what I will do, and I'll make this real quick. If you come to me and say, well, Tony, I heard you called me a bitch. Did you say that? I'm going to say, no, I didn't call you a bitch. My words were, you was a stupid bitch. Because you go, oh, no, I'm going to own what I said. If my mother always told me, if you said it once, say it twice.
I never heard that before.
You never heard that before?
He said it once.
You better be able to say it twice. If you can't say it twice,
I actually said it.
If I said it, if you said it, you should be able to own up and say it and say you said it again.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna say if I didn't say it, I'm gonna repeat somebody.
Right, but if you said it the first time and I come back to you and I say that you said, no, I don't do it. What y'all gonna do? Roll the camera back and say, yeah, you did.
Yeah, that is what I love to do. I do love to catch people in lies.
But my thing is, I don't dislike nobody, and I can argue with you and still not dislike you. Only time I would dislike you if you put your hands on me, sleep with my man, or steal my money.
Definitely be stealing money. I know y'all see that link, man. If y'all want to come join us, please. We got a few more minutes before I give y'all favorite part of the show, my own opinion.
Oh Lord!
But yeah, that's the question at hand. So you said between Terrence and Rodney, who won that fight?
Between Terrence and Rodney, at the beginning, it was a tie.
Was Terrence being extra animated, you think?
I don't think Terrence is extra animated. Terrence is Terrence.
Okay.
And Terrence does Terrence the only way a person can, and that's his way. Mm-hmm. What I will say is that Terrence was, to me, and Terrence and I learned this word friend. We worked it out. We started with F and we ended with the D. Terrence came to my house for a reason. Me and him wasn't on speaking terms. We were cordial, but we wasn't on that level. When Terrence came to my house, he came because he said he wanted to get to know me for me. Not from what he heard about me before the K3 event or before the pajama party. And when he came and he and I both had that conversation, he said, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like you. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I knew you didn't. That's why I told everybody I didn't like you. And we both laughed. And we're friends to this day. We call each other. We speak with each other. Oh, no. We worked out the friend. We worked that out. We started with the F. And we cordially got all the way through the last letters. Now, friend is different than die hard. I don't expect Terrence to take a bullet for me.
Correct.
That's the difference. But Terrence and I, we get along very well. Now, I think he won that argument. Rodney lost it when he lost his temper.
A lot of people in the comments last night were saying like that Rodney should have sat there, where he would tell he should just say he should have got up and left. And that we have 2 people who just joined. I think that is Reese. Okay, Reese. Wait. Hey Reese, how you going? How you doing?
I am amazing, sir. How are you?
Yeah, tell us about yourself, Reese. Who are you?
We've met before, Reggie. I worked with you on The Realest Behind the Crown in DC.
Oh, is this come on.
Jonas.
Jonas, there you go. Oh, okay, there you go. About peace, spiritual healing.
Yes.
How you doing?
I am amazing. How are you?
Fantastic. I haven't saw you forever, man. Hope you've been doing good.
You didn't come to Enrique's party last night.
I was doing with this show.
Oh, no, you were moving your body. I thought you were doing something else.
Negative.
Stop it. So I just wanted to pop in and just simply say that, one, I think the season is going really well. It's very interesting. I think that a lot of the new characters are attempting to make waves, but in ways that don't really, in my opinion, again, I'm just a viewer, in my opinion, don't make sense. And I know that the editing and all of that is a thing, right? Mm-hmm. So my question, because I see Tony's on here, my question for Tony is, do you feel like when you do your confessionals, it seems very, very shady. But then when we watch the scenes, it doesn't seem like that same energy is there. So is it like once you do the confessional that, I found out some other things and that's why I'm reacting this way? Because it's just, to me, it's not making sense. Like when you see the scene, like specifically with you and Chauncey, I think in one of the first episodes, he was like, yeah, he put his finger in my face. And I was like, well, I didn't see that. He didn't seem as aggressive, but everything that you were saying about him was just very negative, and it just didn't make sense to me.
Okay. Well, hey, Reese, how are you?
I'm amazing.
Good. Your voice is very toned and very mellow. I like that. So to answer your question, I did state that a little while ago. I stated that there were a lot of behind-the-scenes things that played out that was not shown to you guys. So with that being said, yes, and that's why I stated at the very beginning that do I apologize for my anger? Yes, but I don't neglect the fact of why I was angry. I heard a lot of things that was said about me that I was, imagine Reese, you're around people and like you said, that energy wasn't given at these events, right? But then when you get home, you getting these phone calls about things that were said and done. You're getting memes. You're getting interviews. You don't see it for me. You just said that, and I'm fine with that. But the fact of the matter is, but when I see you the next time, you're still nice. So at that day, it was a boiling point. It's like, I'm trying to be cordial. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be respectful. And when I say I've heard things, I've gotten receipts to prove that these people did or said. So again, when it does show on the show like that, on my confessionals, then yes. For you, it doesn't make sense. But in my mind, it does, because these are the things that happen to me that you don't know about.
I got it, and I can definitely respect that.
Hey, so Reese, I want to ask you a question real quick, because you do, on The Realest Behind the Crown, is a scripted reality show. And a lot of people there'll be some comments tend to say that our show gives off very scripted, not reality. So as a viewer and a professional who actually does scripted reality, do you feel like our show gives off scripted?
I don't. And I don't think so because, and again, this is no shade. I think that the reason that I don't feel like it's scripted is because in real life, we replay a lot of events and we go in circles, and that's what I see. That's the one thing that I'm just like, okay, these are real events because it goes on, and that's not a dig. But it goes on and on. Like the whole thing with JT and the light skinned guy. I can never remember his name.
Rodney.
Right. That it's gone on for so long, but that's real life. Like you don't really, in a scripted reality, you can have an issue and wrap it up in the next scene. In real life, it's going to continue to go. So I don't think it's scripted. I just think that I don't know. It's interesting. And again, listening to Tony's perspective on how it goes from a scene to a green screen, a confessional. Again, doing the scripted reality thing, our confessionals played into what you saw. So it was easy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see us reacting to what was seen versus, like Tony said, we have a space, we're in a space, and then I go home and hear some things, then yes, I'm gonna have some shit to say after the fact. So I completely understand and I respect that. And it does make sense. Because at first, Tony, I was like, why is he being so messy? Like that is like he's trying to make a moment out of nothing. But listening to your perspective, I completely understand. And I think that that's the hard part for us as viewers is we see what we see and we make an opinion about an individual. And then it's like, okay, now I hear the perspective and it's like, oh, okay, that's not really what it is. So I can like you because you're a human being.
Can I say one thing though? Terrence had made a statement last night when he had stated that you went in about that man. You didn't like the man. You talked about the man, but yet you're at his house eating his food and drinking his liquor and everything else, right? That is what, and I mention my partner a lot because I don't have friends. I have family that my friends that I've graduated them into family, and then I have associates. So with that being said, my partner is the only person that I actually deal with other than Terrence, London, and Daylon, and Enrique and Liam. I conversate with them, but Terrence, Daylon, and London are the three that I communicate the most. My partner said on these lives, after the show, I could have easily went on any of these lives and stated what I just stated then, down. But it would have gave off backpedaling.
Nice word.
And I didn't want to backpedal to something that you just saw. I thought I would let it play itself out. Now, moving forward, we shouldn't have any problem. There's a couple of confessionals that I've already done that you're going to see some shade. But at the same token, just keep in mind, there must have been something that was done that made Tony feel or act that way.
And I can appreciate that. Now, some of those other folks, I think that they, again, I put it in the comments earlier. I think that some people should take some time and think about what they want to say before they get on the green screen because they sound crazy. I'll just use the word crazy. Yeah, it again. And I'm I guess a little biased having done the scripted reality. We kind of walk in, but no, our confessionals were the same. It was kind of like on the spot. This is what you want to say. I just think that some people, if you want to be articulate, practice makes perfect. And I'll leave it at that.
That's true.
All right, Tony, there's a question for you. So how did you feel about what happened at your house in totality? We kind of touched on it.
How do I feel about the event in my house with
the
how do you feel about
all that arguing and fighting and stuff like that?
I was lost. And the reason why I was lost is because that was the one time that it was brought to the forefront that you were talking about me and the things that people said you were saying. Here's a person defending me for the things that you said. So I saw arguing. But at the same token, though, I didn't understand what the arguing was about because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't get this. I thought y'all were friends and y'all arguing. I didn't know what was going on until we sat down and they told me what was said and they thought. Now, Enrique didn't chime in too much on everything. He was just like, yes, it was this, it was that. But Enrique has a soul that tries to soothe things. So he didn't say a lot about that situation, but Terrence enlightened me on the reason why that fight got started. Now, had I known that was the reason why they were arguing, I would have interjected and been like, well, wait a minute, bitch, you said this about me? And I thought, so when Rodney said that he thought we were cool, we were cool. We were cool. We weren't friends.
So I guess from the editor's perspective, I was confused about why you kept just yelling cake the whole time.
Because I was trying to get the motherfuckers to eat that cake I cooked and stop all that arguing and fighting. You see, my sister was standing in the background like, "Oh, what is this?" But she was like, "Okay, this is fun." But she didn't understand it either because she was like, "Well, Tony, I didn't think this was going to be what's going on." I told her, I didn't know either, but I'm glad it came out because then now I knew,
Reese, how you feel about the big borough in the house? Any comments? Reese, you there? Native. Okay, well, I just guess I was talking to a black screen.
Oh, I didn't mention Quan either and Shantika. I'm crazy about pretty much everybody on the show. Buzz Clown and all that. We don't get a good vibe. I don't dislike nobody.
You know, I'm glad we don't do like you. Everybody dislike me. Yeah, that's my job. No, it's my job to be disliked, hated, cursed out, all that, and that is the beautiful thing about being behind the camera. I don't give a fuck about what y'all say.
That's a song or a t-shirt.
Huh?
That's a song or a t-shirt.
It is a song or a t-shirt. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and look at Brandon. Brandon, do we have anybody else who want to come on? No. All right, anybody? All right. With that being said, if nobody else want to come on, it's my favorite part of the show, guys. It's time for Reggie's opinion. All right, guys. Just to keep it short and brief, this episode was to highlight y'all always want to see where the fights. We gave y'all that, and I personally don't feel like the scenes were too long. I'm gonna go ahead and step out there and say that people felt that we let Rodney and JT and Tell It go on for hours and hours, but honestly, it felt it was very necessary.
Is that what they were saying?
And a lot of people gave me a lot about that, but it's not neither here or there. But I felt it was very necessary because honestly, it put Ronnie in a situation that had to go see that some of the things that you're doing, there is going to be, you're going to have to deal with these things. So I feel it's purpose. And I guess for me as an editor, you have to show that purpose. I'm thinking about this man is going through this character development that you have to see this man go through arguing and see how he's going to react with it. As you've seen, that Tell It kept it poised, but Ronnie chose to stay there in defensive, and then he initiated the violence even further, saying, if you're gonna hit me, then hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of things that it's contradictory, but also it shows what he do as well. So I feel like that's very important. And for people, I'm definitely tired of saying that he's showing these people who are working. It's boring. It's not boring. Like, I'm gonna keep saying this if I had to say this every time we do this live shows, these people are real people who have to do work. They have passions. They have things. So every time y'all sound like it's boring, you sound dumb as fuck to me. Because if you're out here working as a businessman, has a passion, we're supposed to be out here working. That's what we do. And as black people or anybody, I'm not gonna limit it. If anybody as a human has a passion, creativity to do anything, you're gonna do it. Just stop saying that it's boring. That we're gonna showcase people who do something positive. We didn't talk about it much, but Black, loved the interview was great. I love the interview. He's a big kudo to you, my dog. Everything like that. And then, like I said, JTC working. As a photographer, I love photo shoots. I do plan on having my own studio like that. And then to wrap it off with your topless event, Tony, I personally feel like, as much as I do love the mess, I do feel like it's kind of sucks it had to happen in your house. Cause at that event was meant to be shown as you first letting the group into your home and showing them a good time, getting to know you as a person. But it got overshadowed. And behind the scene thing is London was the one who kind of initiated a little more. We the people don't get to see it, but London was the person who initiated a little more. And he kind of poked, as y'all had to say, poke the bear. But I feel like it was very sad that I love the drama, I love the fight. Fun fact, everybody, I walked into the scene like at the end of the fight. So Brandon was mostly there for the whole time. He saw all that shit go down. Yeah, that was a lot.
You know the fight with
Terrence and Ronnie, yes.
Oh, okay.
but I do feel like it's very sad. I do really. There's a lot more that happened tonight that I can't wait for y'all to see in next week's episode. Please buckle up. And like before I go any further, we'll see anything else. No, I don't think I got anything else.
I didn't give a comment on Black. You did interview. I think.
Oh wait, and there's a comment for London because I ain't gonna be lying. London's right here. It's always damn London. Yes, it is. He is the mole. He interjects.
Who is that?
Mr. Cole Ford said that London is always damn London. But go ahead. What you got to say about that?
I want to send a shout out to Black. Black.
First of all, please stop that, okay? He trying too much, okay? First of all, it was no me egging anything on at his topless party, okay?
You're in my show.
I'm sorry. I love you. I love you.
I get it. This is my
Go on, Judy.
People say people like to say people look for a moment. This is my moment.
That's right. All right. I want to say to Black,
Reggie,
the interview that Black did was very professional. He held his own. He spoke about his production company, his skincare line. He made sure to give all credit and understanding of K3 to his 3 children. So I want to give him a kudos for being able to stand 10 toes down, represent his brand, his art, his rapping, and his children. So if nothing else, Black, I admire you for that. Period.
All right. Well, that was a very nice, interesting Reggie's opinion. So I'm not gonna hold anybody else up. So all hearts, minds are clear. Like I said, let it be known, guys. This is Papa Productions, man. Follow us, subscribe to us, do everything. Please, we love the feedback, even though some of y'all Aggie. We just love the support, guys. Really deep in the heart. Brandon don't really show his face. He like to give me all the credit, but this is a team thing. So always give him credit as well as me credit. And shout out to all the cast members throughout this show. We're not beating nobody. And with all that be saying, man, that's a wrap.
I was gonna say with the Grammy Awards and your award speech is too long.
Oh man. I give you that. All up in my shirt. All up in my shirt. See, I'm a badass bitch, and y'all hate to fucking say it, but you bitches keep it cute, cause I'm hood and I'm gon' spray it. I will add this bitch out. It's shocking, bitches can't taste it. I'm popping like I'm some bacon. I'm dreaded like I'm Jamaican. Where my bad bitches at? I'm looking for them in the front row. Pretty girls getting money straight up out the ghetto. Always been a classy bitch and know I'm quick to take it up. I start tying up my hair, no one these bitches get in touch. I see hoes be hating. And they be flexing, but I'm real about it. I just keep on laughing cause I'm winning, ain't no way around it. Pretty like a model, but I'm gangster like a Taliban. You hear that clapping sound, that's my ass, not my hand, bitch. All up in my shirt, why he all up in my shirt? All up in my shirt, why he all up in my shirt? All up in my shirt, all up in my shirt, all up in my shirt, why he all up in my shirt?